just Sports Report. This afternoon we have tennis, track and field, softball, and baseball. So let's jump right in with Giselle, my goodness. I'm on a little bit of a zoo craze as of recent.
Yeah.
So what's been going on in the world of tennis?
We've had a good season, let's just say that. We had our last few matches last week, and one of our last matches was against Cranston East, and that was at Slater Park at 4, and we unfortunately lost to them 6-1. It was a tough match, and I'm going to say our second singles, Jack, he did an amazing job. He unfortunately lost the match, but he had a rally of 146 shots. Well, 146 shots.
Oh my gosh.
And we were just like, when is this shot ever going to end? It was really stressful and cool. And then our last match was against East Providence, and we unfortunately lost to them 6-1. But I just like how we have the good players, and they're very they love the sport. So it's really nice.
That is an incredibly long rally, and you guys have had a great season. Thank you to all of the players, obviously.
Yep. So for our players for Ponaganset again, we have Christian Wagner, first singles, Joshua Stockwell, who plays first doubles and fourth singles, Preston, who is second doubles, and Julian Branchard, who plays third doubles. And for the season, we had a record of winning 4 matches, losing 13. We unfortunately didn't tie, which was really good. And then we unfortunately didn't make the playoffs because they changed the rule from the 30% rule of winning 30% matches to the RPI of all the players and stats.
Well, regardless, you guys had a great season, and I am looking forward to next year's season.
Yeah,
well,
me
thank
too.
you very much, Giselle. It's great to have you. And now we are going to move on to track and field. Well, welcome back. Now we have Joshua Stockwell here with track and field. So what's been happening with track and field recently?
Well, over the past 2 weeks, of course we missed last week, the Classical Classic was their last regular season meet. I do think it's a little redundant. It was at Conley Stadium in Providence on May 10th.
Excuse interruption. The library will be closed today after school.
So, yep. Thank you, Mrs. Grundell.
The library will be closed today after school.
They had some great athletes. We'll jump right into it with the girls' track. Lillian Racine, she's a sprinter, placed 3rd in the 100-meter, 3rd in the 200-meter. Ellie Jackson, 3rd in the 800-meter. This is a picture of her finish. Very strong competition from both of them. Ella Simmons, Zoe Glover also had wonderful shows in the hurdles. Madison O'Rique, Kylie Violetti, Cecilia Vitri, Aaliyah Marshall, and Bridget Mara, who is a freshman, had a very strong showing at this meet. Boys, Paxton Allen, strong showing in the hurdles. That's one of his major events. He does very well there. Adam McEntee, Ryan McEntee brothers, strong in the hurdles. Tim Hicks, Connor Fairbanks in the 800 long distance. Aiden Grace and Max Eden also had a strong showing at this one. This is one of their first meets this season, so congrats to them. In the field events, Amber Shaw, 2nd in the pole vault, broke her own record this season with a 10'6" pole vault, along with Alyssa Lupo, Jillian Walters, one of our strong throwers, also a member of the WPHS News team, and Cece Bizon, a freshman who's shown great talent this season. Owen Allen, as always, shows really well in the hammer throw, as we know in the indoor track and field. He had really strong throwings. 3rd in the hammer throw. This number is very important, 222 feet, 1 inch. He is the 81st student in United States history to throw over 222 feet. Also competed in discus. Tim Hicks with a showing in the high jump as well. Then we move on to the Northern Division Championships. Those were just this past weekend at Cumberland High School, where we had some very strong showings for all of those competing for division champions to make states as well. We'll jump right into it now. Boys track, Paxton Allen made a great showing in the hurdles, both 110 and the 300 meter, third in both of those. Andrew Tamaro placed third in the 100 meters. He's one of the few sprinters on the team, so shout out to him for his success. Adam McEntee, Ryan McEntee, brothers again, doing well in the hurdles. Tim Hicks, Jay Finkelstein competing in the mile. Owen St. Cyr, Jacob DeRoche also in the mile. Max Eden, Jacob Waugh, Xavier Fix, and then Eli Kugler and Dylan Osagi rounding it out in the sprinting 200 meters. Girls track, Lillian Racine made a great showing, very strong division titleist, first in both the 100 and the 200 meters, one of our fastest times this season. Ellie Jackson, second in the 1500, very good time, 5 minutes, 7 seconds. Zoe Glover, first in the 100 hurdles, really strong showing from her, and as well as some competing in the 300 hurdles. We had a lot go to divisions this year. We had a really strong team. Ella Simmons, Aaliyah Marshall in the hurdles, Leah Seaton in the 1500. Marin I. Marone made it to divisions for the 800 along with Kylie Violetti. Lila Briggs, a freshman, also strong competitor in the 400 meter. Cecilia Vitri in the 400 meter. Juliana Steer, 400 and 200. And Megan St. Pierre in the 200 meter as well. Strong showings all around from our athletes. And then for field, Owen Allen, who apparently really felt like competing. He placed first in the hammer throw, 212, also competed in discus, javelin, and shot put. Obviously, hammer being his best event. Tim Hicks in the high jump again with a 5.6 jump. Spencer Sainage, discus, hammer, and jav. Big numbers from him. And Austin Mello, a freshman, putting up strong competition as well. And girls field, Amber Shaw breaks her own record again this season. 11 foot, first place. She beat out the second place by a solid 2 feet. Huge jump for her. Angelina Barton, second in the pole vault, 8'6". So actually a little further, 2.5 feet. Alyssa Lupo, second in the javelin, 114 feet. Great throw. Competed in the high jump as well. Zoe Glover in the high jump and the jav. Jillian Walters in the discus and the hammer throw. Cece Bizon, discus, hammer throw as well. Very good. Layla Bucci, who made her showing in the discus. She struggled with shoulder injuries all season, but it was great to see her at divisions. Peyton Miller, Ella McKenney making great showings as well. Going to states, Alyssa Lupo, Cece Bizon, Jillian Walters, and Owen Allen.
That's absolutely incredible. We are performing absolutely amazing, and congratulations to all the athletes with all their hard work. And good luck at divisionals, because I don't think you're going to need it, but you're going to do great. Well, thank you very much, Josh. That was an incredible update. And now we are moving on to softball and baseball. Well, welcome, Madeline. Thank you for filling in for Gray for softball and for covering baseball as well.
Of course, I do it all. What can I say?
So what's been going on for the last couple weeks?
So for softball, as you can see right up at the top, I do want to address this right out the gate. Our Maya Salvo home run counter, that is actually incorrect. She's up to 12 now, so she's just absolutely unstoppable this season. We've had some unfortunate losses, like this one against Cranston West when we lost 12-2. We did win very dominantly, though, over the Cranston Clippers, 10-0. And unfortunately, another loss, 14-6 to Smithfield. So these losses again versus Cheraho, it's really challenging to some of our players, and it can kind of get a little bit discouraging, but it is really important to emphasize that this is their first year in D1, And you can see with these wins that they have, these really standout showings of their skills and their athleticism, that when it really comes down to it, they can put it all out on the line and they can really make a splash for themselves in this new division, like with this win 13-3 over Prout as well. But they've been doing just absolutely fantastic, regardless of the challenges that they've been facing in this new division, and they really have been working very hard. They have a league record of 3-12. But like I said, again, it is their first time in D1. So it's a very great accomplishment for them to have moved up to D1 and for them to be doing so well with some of our games. We're really proud of the team.
Unfortunately, there are a couple more losses, like that one loss against Coventry,
Yeah.
12-0. And then against West Warwick, 13-5.
Unfortunately.
However, game coming up.
We do have the one versus Westerly, so I'll be very excited to be tuning in and watching that, seeing if Maya Salvo can get any more home runs to that counter.
And that is today at 4:45, so show up and show up loud.
Yeah, go support. And yeah, and then
Now we have baseball.
I don't even have to move. It's great. So we have our 7-8 record, and we were able to move into the playoffs. Some of the ones that we don't quite have scores for, like our 5-19 game at Rogers, that one was an unfortunate loss. But like we've really just faced difficult circumstances in some of these games when we do have those unfortunate losses. Like the game against Rogers, it was played at Cardenas Field, which is a minor league baseball stadium. So it was a much larger field than they're normally used to playing with, and it was a little bit hard for them to have that adjustment. But it just gave them more exposure to stuff like that, to some of our players who might move on to the minor leagues and have that success there. But it was just a different exposure, and they faced that challenge that time. But they've learned from it, they've adapted to it, and they're ready to kind of move on in the playoffs, which I'm very excited to report that they will be experiencing as well. But we do have some wonderful wins in here, like our game against Cheraho, Johnston as well, our match against Central Falls, Tollgate, and Central Falls again when we went on that hot streak of our wins. But yeah, they've played a really great season. They've put it all out there, just like the girls softball team, and they've really put their hearts on the line for the game, and it really shows in their successes.
Well, I'm really looking forward to see what they can pull out for the playoffs. But
Very excited.
Softball team and baseball team are both doing wonderful, absolutely wonderful
fantastic.
seasons. Fantastic players, fantastic seasons, and I'm looking forward to see what's coming up.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, show up to that softball game today, 4:45, and thank you very much.
Of course, thank you.
And with that, have a great day, Ponaganset.